Jump ball taken by Paulo Mendoza. So first possession, mapupunta po sa Santa Lucia Realtors.
Yes, first 5 for Santa Lucia. Obviously, sabi nga ni Richard kanina, 40% ng si Dennis Espino, so he doesn't start in today's ball game for Santa Lucia.
Paulo Mendoza, one of the better three-point shooters dito po sa PBA. Courtesy of that one humongous ball game he had where he scored over 30 points, and his percentages really went up after that. And Mark Telan, speaking of a guy who has been shooting very well, ito po si Mark Telan, averaging over 15 points a ball game in the Philippine Cup.
I was talking about Mark Telan a few games back. Sabi ko, this might be the only player in the PBA that will win most improved players twice. If that's possible, huh?
Well, of course, my partner here, Jason Webb, very familiar with Mark Telan. Teammates in college at De La Salle. Here's a backdoor cut, read like a book by Santa Lucia. This hesitation move, pinasok sa loob, tinabas si Noli Locsin, 17-footer. That's a little short, and offensive rebound, Marlou Aquino.
It's 6-2 for Santa Lucia. Coach Al Francis always talks about having a good start. It's important for his wards to get a good start, especially, alam natin, yung bench na is not really one of the best in the league.
De Ocampo missing the stab at the end of the minute. The Mark Telan now with 4 points in the ball game, and add to that an offensive rebound. Mendoza, left side, pinasok kay Aquino, laban kay De Ocampo, goes 6-9. Durandes for 3, that's a little off, and the rebound taken by Telan.
It'll be interesting to see kung eventually post up ni Kenneth si Willie Miller. Alam naman natin, he has the height advantage when it comes to offense.
Pablo drives against Locsin, missed the jumper or the shot, and Durandes will push it up for the Realtors. Good though, the pass to Nelson Colon for the goal. So yung hinihingi ni Coach Al Francis kuha ng magandang umpisa, nakukuha niya ngayon sa kanyang mga players. Against Mark Telan, he's got a height advantage against Kenneth Durandes, and a hand check foul called right away on Durandes.
That's always going to be the problem with the lineup that Santa Lucia has right now. Kung titingnan mo, dun sa small forward nila, they have to play Kenneth. So eventually, Kenneth has either to defend Mark Telan or Vic Pablo.
Ngayon, pinipili niya nga si Mark Telan. And Mark Telan really has had a good start here. Here's Alapag, gets a screen, gives to De Ocampo, 15-footer, book it. Nakita natin negative itong points for and against ng Santa Lucia Realtors, but they do have the ability to score a bunch of points. I mean, nung kinalaban nila yung FedEx, they scored, I think, 120 plus points. Here's Durandes forcing the issue there.
Tama ka doon, Jude. Actually, when you look at their lineup, their 3 players should average about 20 points. Si Marlou, si Dennis, at saka si Kenneth. The only question really is who's gonna pick up the scoring after the big 3.
Well, for a time, I think all 3 were in the top 5 in scoring. And here's Willie Miller looking for a foul. Nothing called. Durandes gets the rebound, pushing it up to Mendoza. Also with the ball, hesitation to pass it along, bouncing it to Aquino, spins inside. Aquino's hook shot, rattles in.
A good start for Marlou being aggressive early.
And Jimmy Alapag trying to challenge the defense of Kenneth Durandes, which was not a good idea during that play. At let's turn it over now to courtside at may report ulit itong si Richard Del Rosario.
Thank you very much, Jude. No, as you said earlier, I talked to both coaches. Sabi sa akin ni Coach Joel Banal, this game would be a good test for them because Santa Lucia is one of the teams that is important for them to beat without Asi because of the imposing presence of the Twin Towers. Sabi niya nga, they will try to run against Santa Lucia, but if they run, they have to make sure that they run with accuracy dahil lagi may maiiwan na malaki Santa Lucia and they can hurt you in transition. Samantala naman para kay Coach Al, they will try to create big matches at the court dahil nga hindi 100% si Dennis Espino for this game. They prepared against the zone at sabi nga niya, although nasa baba sila ng standing, mas delikado kalaban ng nasa baba kasi nga sabi, yung mga lead pa, yung pa nakakapuwing. So that's my report for now. Back to you, Jude and Jason.
Another 2 points for Santa Lucia. At sinabi nga natin, you gotta be weary of Santa Lucia. If there's ever a team that now matches up well against Talking Tex, kasi wala na nga si Asito Lava, it's really Santa Lucia who gained that huge advantage with the big man out of the middle.
That's right. You have Marlou Aquino and Dennis Espino. Many national players. And a lot of people believe they can still dominate this league if they get enough touches.
12-10 are scored. Nakampunang dalawa ang Realtors. Here's Nelbert Omolon. You can make a case for Omolon being an most improved player as well. As finali yung bola. He's been known to do that. Then just getting the offensive rebound, passing it inside, and he gets the ball out to Willie Miller. 3-on-2 fast break. Miller against Turandes all the way to the basket, and that's the second foul on Kenneth Turandes.
That time following yung tinuro sa kanila nung coach nila before the game. Sabi nga na, they wanna run. That time 3-on-2 situation and Willie Miller sticking it strong to the basket.
Well, Willie Miller, maybe pound for pound, the most talented player in the PBA. I mean, arguably, I guess. I mean, it depends on who you talk to. But this guy seemingly has it all. I mean, he's got an outside shot, a good drive to the basket, a pretty good dribbler.
Palitan ko yun, Jude. Siguro hindi pound for pound. Siguro inch for inch. Kasi malaki yung katawan ni Willie Miller. Mabigat ito. And you have the likes of a Mark Kagiwa that may be lighter and medyo match lang sila in terms of quickness.
Willie Miller making the free throws, and Miller definitely making up also probably best backcourt in the PBA, partnering up with Lucia Alapaz. Marlou Aquino on top of the key. Nakatalon. Nalilapin to shoot ulit. Pero na-double beam. At inaantay ni Yancy De Ocampo yung kanyang tira. He sends it to the sideline. So, Santa Lucia will inbound. Tabla po tayo. 12-12 our score.
Burado kaagad yung good start ng Santa Lucia nung tumakbo yung talk and text. Dude,
instant offense itong talk and text there. Marlou Aquino. He's got his own offense going. He's got 8 points. Here's Willie Miller. Bawiin kaagad. And Omolon getting the defensive rebound. Binigay to and he gets it back. Pero tignan natin to. Looks like a foul on Vic Pablo. You know, Santa Lucia, they're not in there's a lot of standings here, but halos lahat ng mga talo nila, with the exception nga of that San Miguel game at Inares, close game. So they really just have to find a way to win in the end game because they have to their opponent.
Oh, actually, sa win-loss column, 8 ang losses nila, and that just keeps in pace with the bottom 5 of our league right now. Also, they lost Kenneth Duremdes for 3 games. At malaking bagay yun pag nawala si Kenneth Duremdes sa'yo because he's, like we said, top 3 sa offensive options ni Coach Al.
He's scorer in the league in terms of point average. So you lose your leading scorer, that's instant offense gone. From, I mean, to take away 20 points kaagad. Easy na talaga.
Tapos leading scorer siya, lagi pa siyang galing sa injury.
Well, 5 minutes and 47 seconds dito sa ating first quarter. Lamang po ng 4 ang Santa Lucia Realtors laban sa Talk and Text Phonepals. We have a timeout. That shot also doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. Nakuha ni Vic Pablo, and very persistent on the offensive rebound again. There's the Talk and Text Phonepals.
Too many attempts that time para sa talk and text. Both fouls. Victor Pablo eventually getting on third serving.
Inside they go. Marlou Aquino looking for double digits in scoring. Hindi niya nakuha doon. But Nelbert Omolon right there for the follow.
So si Omolon, parang siya na yung energy guy ngayon para sa Santa Lucia. He's the guy pagpapanoorin mo, parang he's the one that brings in a lot of firepower for Santa Lucia.
He never really got a lot of playing time when he was in the PBL. In fact, he's probably the 7th or 8th man in the rotation of Wellport at that time. Right on cue, getting 2 points while we're talking about him. 6 now for Nelbert Omolon.
Nagpapakita sa actually before draft day, I was talking to Coach Al and he was really high on this guy Omolon. So he was really excited on getting a chance of picking him.
Side, Yancy Del Campo getting 2 more points. So Santa Lucia able to score, but unable to stop the offense of Talking Tech so far. A high-scoring ball game. Still 4 minutes and 22 left here in the first quarter. 20 points na po napapakol ng Santa Lucia Realtors. And another offensive rebound, but lost by Kenneth Durendez. It's a bit of a gamble for Coach Francis Chua. Leaving Durendez there with 2 personal fouls as Noli Locsin denies Jimmy Alapag on the fast break.
Kanina pa sumusubok si Jimmy Alapag, dalawang beses na natupalpal. Kailangan pumili siya yung medyo maliit na next time.
You know, I think, the way Jimmy Alapag is, he's gonna do it again and again and again hanggat makuha niya yan eh. Walang takot na si Jimmy Alapag. Willie Miller spins inside and a hand check foul will be called on Omalon. Alapag will inbound for Talking Tex. They're down by 4. It's 4-3 left dito po sa ating first quarter. Willie Miller cross court to Ravena. Ravena for 3. He got it.
Seemingly both teams being able to shoot at will. Para halos walang depensa nakikita. Everyone making their shots at this point.
A correction, he stepped on the line. So 2-pointer lang po yun para kay Don Ravena. Marlou Aquino trying to work his way through that interior defense of Talking Tex. At si Jimmy Alapag matatawagan ng reach-in foul. Got our first substitution for Talking Tex. Patrick Fran, papalitan itong si Willie Miller. Espino, binigay kay Omalon, out to Durendez, kumira ng Smith, tapos, pero he gets his Smith, draws the foul, hits the basket, and Durendez with 4 points in the ball game. And like I said, left inside the court by Coach Al Francis Chua despite the 2 quick fouls.
Look at this play. Nakita mo naman yung athleticism ni Kenneth Durendez. Kenneth Durendez 6'3 against Yassi Del Campo 6'7. Pasabit pa muna bago pinasok ang bola for a 3-point play.
It takes upper body strength to still be able to shoot that ball accurately even with that kind of bump. Kenneth Durendez completes the 3-point play. So 5-point lead for the Realtors. Nakita niya po si Marlou and Dennis Espino. Out towards si Gerard Francisco. Inside, Durendez gets the ball. This is recovered by Macu. 3-on-1 fast break. Espino, binigay si Durendez.
All of a sudden, 7-point lead for Santa Lucia. That's their biggest in the ball game. So that forces Talking Tex to call a timeout.
Pag-uusapan po nila itong tawag dito. I think it's a full timeout. As ito po yung play ni Macuan to Dennis Espino, who found Kenneth Durendez off that pass in the fast break, and wala na magawa itong si Patrick Fran. It's Kenneth Durendez taller and hung in the air a little bit longer than Patrick Fran. As Tony was getting it on, it's supposed to be Victor Pablo getting the 2 points, cutting the lead to 5. So one out to Francisco, binigay kay Aquino. They swing it to Durendez. Inside they go, and a nice pass to Dennis Espino.
A good pass by Kenneth Durendez. A good steal on the part of Dennis Espino. That time, malalim na siya. Kaya pag-ikot niya, tutok na kaagad para for a layup.
Alapag out to Ravena for 3. That one doesn't go, and rebound Francisco. Ahead to Durendez. He's got Ravena to beat it. He hits the reverse layup.
Don't look now, 9-point lead for Santa Lucia. Continuing to build on their biggest lead kanina. Kaya na, 7, ngayon, 9 na.
Saka mukhang Santa Lucia pa tumatakbo no? As Jimmy Alapag looking for the foul, no call. Espino will chase down this basketball, gives it back to Kenneth Durendez, who misses the layup. Kuan will set it up.
Sabi mo sila tumatakbo. That's because Talking Tex turning the ball over as Kenneth Durendez on fire here with 11 in the first quarter.
Well, si Dennis Espino kanina during that pass, you can see him wincing in pain trying to chase after that ball. I mean, his back really must be bothering him. Side control, good give and go play, backdoor, Patrick Fran. That one short, Aquino with the rebound. Binigay ulit kay Kuan. They're up and running once again. Mac Kuan challenges Alapag, challenges Patrick Fran, and he will draw the foul. So takbo lang nagtakbo ang Santa Lucia, and they've been able to take advantage of talk and text.
No, actually, this Santa Lucia team, not a lot of people give them credit for running the fast break. Kung titingnan mo yung stats, they're actually number 2 in fast break next to the
Indeed.
Express.
That's very, very surprising, actually. When I was looking at those stats, outside of FedEx, that they have the most fast break points in the league.
Marami nag-aakala kasi meron silang they have the Twin Towers that they settle for the half court. When it's open, they're always willing to run, especially yung tatlo nilang maliliit. And of course, led by Kenneth Duremdes.
I mean, there's about a 9 or 10 point difference between the averages of these two teams in terms of their scoring. Pero yung fast break points, lamang na lamang itong Santa Lucia.
One thing that Talk and Text does well is rebound. But in today's game, 7 na yung offensive rebounds ng Santa Lucia compared to 5 of Talk and Text. More importantly, 10 points ang na-score ng Santa Lucia sa second chance points because of these 7 offensive rebounds.
Well, you know, we failed to mention earlier na ito yung pinakaunang paglalaban ng Santa Lucia Realtors and Talk and Text Phonepals. At you know, Talk and Text out of 11 games coming into this ball game has only lost once, and that's to Barangay Ginebra. But they've never really had to face, well, you know, I guess Ginebra would be something similar with Eric Menk and Romel Aducol and Andy Siegel of a formidable front line that would challenge the Telans and the Pablos and the De Ocampos. And this is definitely a team that has that. And Mark Telan, he had the open lane, pero he bobbled the ball, committing a turnover.
Bagong pasok pa si Mark Telan. Actually, pahinga siya kanina. Pinagpahinga siya ni Coach Joel Banal. Just came in the last dead ball. Maybe a little cold that time.
Santa Lucia trying to exert their force. This might be a chink in the armor of Talk and Text with the, you know, being able to manipulate the interior of the Phonepals. Here's Belano getting a screen out to Patrick Fran. Tumubok ng set. Ayaw pumasok Telan with the offensive rebound, and parang nadulas yung bola kay Mark Telan. Belano will set it up with a fresh 24-second shot clock. Less than a minute left here in the first quarter. They swing it to Don Bel Belano, who nails the jumper.
Don Bel Belano, one-time Santa Lucia player, trying to show his former team a thing or two.
Don Bel Belano, coach of the University of Visayas. Espino, and this is where they wanted to go. Triple team and still gets 2 points.
Doesn't matter how many people you throw in there. Once the big men are able to set up that deep down low, like I said, kailangan lang nila umikot, tapos lay up na.
Amato, top of the key against Espino. Naghahanap, nakita si Miller. Miller wants to screen against Miller. Miller off balance, off shot for Willie Miller. But Patrick Fran right there, and I think that might count. I think they're going to review that play if it counts or not. But Willie Miller took a very difficult shot as time was about to expire. But itong si Patrick Fran nakalusot for the offensive rebound. And Kenneth Duremdes, sinabi natin, against Coca-Cola, his game back 24 points. Ngayon, he's on his way. In fact, he is on his way to exceeding the 24 points. Ito po yung tira ni Willie Miller. Let's see how much time is there. Patrick Fran gets the ball. And, you know, it looks like, well, you know, it's tough to see, but it's definitely tough to judge. Patrick Fran's hand. So, hindi nila i-count yung last basket. So, ang magiging first quarter score po natin, 34-22, a 12-point advantage for the Santa Lucia Realtors. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter.